what is the best way to generate a sitemap for a website? I currently am trying to create a sitemap for my website. I have over 10,000 pages. What is the best way to do this?
Tools are going to be the best way. Now, if it's WordPress, it's easy. Grab a tool like Yoast or Sitemap. There's a bunch of them out there. There's a plugin to make it for you. No problem whatsoever. And you don't need to, XML sitemaps don't need to be user focused or user seen. They're just done automatically. Like, again, I'm a big Yoast guy from WordPress, but this Rank Math and All-in-One, they all build sitemaps, XML sitemaps. And then you could just submit them to Google and Bing Webmaster Tools as well, just to see all the sitemaps. And every time you add a new page or change something, it'll automatically update the XML sitemap for you, and you never have to worry about it at all. So that's going to be your best bet out of the box. If you're talking about HTML sitemap, same thing. There are tools and plugins in WordPress to help you build an HTML sitemap, which is basically a viewable list of your pages and URLs and be organized by topic area or services or whatever, and help like a table of contents, right, or an index that you might get. And there are plugins for that. If you are doing this, you custom built something, you're not using a tool like WordPress. Do a search in Google. I do this all the time. We take on a new client, they're on some, let's just say for argument's sake, they're on Wix. I'm going to write, how do I create an XML sitemap on Wix? How do I create an HTML sitemap on Wix? And you're going to find some content because someone else has also been doing it. I remember there were tools out there like Sitemap Pro was a big one I used for a long while. I don't know if they're still around or not. There was also, I think it was called xmlsitemaps.com or .org. They would run through your site like a search engine would, and create a sitemap that way. You can use a tool like Screaming Frog. You could have to pay for the paid version. Screaming Frog will spider your site like a search engine would, and it can create a sitemap for you there as well. So lots of different ways to do it. But like I said, if you are using WordPress, which a lot, I think over 30% of sites are now with WordPress or building on WordPress or more. There's plugins. Just use one of the plugins to do the XML sitemap. And if it's the HTML sitemap, again, just use a plugin or go through something like Sitemap Pro or Yoast or some other tool like that to generate one. Of course, if you're going to generate them and like post them somewhere, you're probably going to have some kind of schedule to every month update it or something like that. If it's an XML sitemap with a WordPress plugin, you never have to touch it. It's always going to be updating. It's always going to be adding, and Google just keep coming back to that same file once you submit it to them and checking for any changes.